But he begged me to stay. Hey, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, he just wanna romp. Big boots in the bus, they pump.
Okay, we finally got here. What are we doing today? What's our thesis? What's our stuff? Come on.
We started?
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah.
Welcome to the chat archives. I'm AB.
I'm Liz.
I'm Christine.
And I'm Jenny.
In today's podcast episode, we will talk about what is and what makes a monster.
We found out that over the semester that a monster is not determined by a physical entity, but rather an idea that is decided by society.
And with that, let's get into it.
What's an example of a quote-unquote monster, y'all?
Okay, well, obviously, we're paid to do this, so Frankenstein is our source, our first one. Yeah, a fun book. It was a fun book, right, guys? Right?
Yo, very interesting.
Who do you guys stand for?
Made me think a lot. Huh?
Who do you stand for in the book?
What do you mean? Like,
who do you support?
Do I stand?
Yeah, like, basically, like, yeah.
Who was the chillest one? What was his name?
Wasn't it like Henry?
Yeah, that's my man right there. He was chill. He wasn't messing with nobody.
Can you guys hear me?
Now I can. Okay, but anyways, what about you, Jenny?
I would say he's the chillest one. Or are you asking who I stan?
Yeah.
Who I stan? Most definitely not Victor. He's the number one public enemy.
He is the monster. I'm gonna drop a bomb right here. He is the monster.
Alright, so we're just gonna put Victor as a monster.
Yes.
I think, yeah.
Explain, Elizabeth.
He is like the mastermind.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I have the mind of a master.
Well, okay, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all.
Mastermind.
I know we had a little discussion about this in class, but I'm halfsies about Frankenstein being a monster because in a way, like, that's your child, and you raised your child to be a monster. But in another way, like, I get Frankenstein you could basically compare it to a child, but like, you're telling me you're gonna have the own idea from yourself to not kill people. So like, in a way, he's like halfsies to me. But Victor is is like the mastermind of evil. He is literally like, he was like the devil's spawn. I'm a
He is evil because he messed with the dead. So
period.
Nobody
like, why
is
you over here
capable.
grave robbing people?
Yeah.
Like, be for real.
Nobody regular is mentally capable of doing that.
Like, you're telling me you want to go mess with the dead? Not me.
Christine, what do you have to say about that?
I mean, I agree because like Victor, he knew what he was doing was wrong, but he still continued with it. Whereas like Frankenstein, he was just like dealing with everything that Victor left him with. So it's more like, I feel like if he was guided in the right direction, he wouldn't have been like a monster.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, yes, very much true. Yes. I was trying to
That's all you can ask.
I guess.
I was trying to.
Great info right here. Ate that up.
I was trying to compare him to like a Disney movie or something where like the child got abandoned and raised. And I was like, no, I don't know which one.
I thought you were gonna say Tarzan for a second.
Okay,
I
almost said Tarzan. And I was like, okay, at least.
But he was good.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, his parents died and the gorillas raised them. Not monkeys. They're not just monkeys. They raised him, right?
Even the gorillas have more humanity than Victor. Like, be for real.
Yeah, so true.
That's crazy. What was the gorillas?
The
be for real.
What was the?
I think like the
there was
closest
a movie
one
where
would be
someone
like the Hunchback or whatever.
Yeah,
the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah,
that one. I've never watched it, so I can't say anything.
What?
I've watched it, but I haven't watched it in a long time. Last time I watched it was like a very long time.
Yeah, same here.
So I don't really remember it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't really remember either.
But Victor still sucks.
The next one is the monster exhibited morality when he had empathy for the family and then provided food and supplies for them. I think this is what makes the audience think like, wait, that's not really a monster. Because a monster would, what was that? Because the monster would have like, you know, like, not have morality, basically.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I think that the author was like, let me throw this in there so I can confuse y'all.
Let me give him some character development, y'all.
Period.
Some that isn't even development, it's just him learning things like, oh.
I'll accept that.
It's literally like
character
a
development.
newborn.
But if it's from Victor, I'm not gonna accept it.
And honestly, deserved to burn down the little hut. Like, why
Yes.
beat him up? Like, listen to the old man, y'all. Like, he was literally saying, like, no. You know?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
He said that?
Well, I don't think he said it in the book, but I remember, like, in the movie, he was like, oh, he's my friend. Stop.
Well, that's true. Like for him, he didn't really see him as a monster because like he physically couldn't see him.
Well, yeah, he was blind.
He's a monster more like he
But
looks.
in a
like,
way
it's
that
like-
kind of showed that maybe if he wasn't blind, he would still treat him like it's a
Yeah.
human, you know?
Would he though? Would he though? Like, what if he was
I
like,
mean-
like, what if there was the chance that old man was like the old wise
I mean,
man?
we would never know, but it just adds hope that if if the old man wasn't blind.
Well, look
then,
how
you
it
know?
turned out, huh?
Well, that was the children. It wasn't the old
Yeah.
man. Have some faith in humanity, people. Like, come on, AB.
Okay. Jenny, you have the stand.
Me?
Yes, read this one.
Okay. Even in his times of despair, he attempted to try and save a girl that fell into the water.
So, this is another point that the author tries to throw at us to question if the creature is good or is bad. So, why'd y'all all going quiet?
We're listening to you.
Well, I wanted y'all to add some feedback.
Oh, well, that is true because it did affect the way I looked at the creature.
Right.
Because I don't necessarily think the creature is fully a monster. So,
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. AB, what if you were the drowning girl? Would you let the creature save you, or would you
I
run the
mean,
other way?
what was she running from? Like a guy
No, she
chasing her down?
wasn't. She was
he was
drowning.
drowning.
Oh,
She fell into
If you
water.
get saved, you get saved.
okay.
Like,
Well,
don't complain.
honestly, that's very realistic. Because I'll be honest with y'all, I do not know how to swim. So if it was me in the river, yeah, I would be fucking drowning. I'd be like, save me, damn, save
So
me.
if you saw a creature, just like him, would you let yourself be saved by the creature, or would you rather drown?
I'll let him save me.
Would you? What didn't the girl after didn't she get
Yeah.
scared?
Yeah, she got scared and then.
So would you get scared if
Nah.
he saved you?
Okay,
So
like
would you
yeah,
think-
I would be in shock at first, but I'll be like, I mean, you saved my life, so like, thank you very much.
Yes, I feel like
Come on, bro, fist bump.
I would thank the creature.
So
Be
I don't know.
startled,
'Cause
but I thank the creature.
controversial opinion. I think that girl is very dumb because if you got saved, why do you think the creature would come at you? Like he
Chris-
saved you.
Yeah, like who did she expect? Like,
Girl, you're so self-centered. It's crazy.
Liz was saying how we should have a little bit of hope in humanity, but I feel like because of people like that girl, causing misunderstanding, therefore causing the creature to get shot. Oh, I blame her so bad.
It's crazy because I said, I think we should have hope for humanity, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that come into consideration. It's the same as the book. It's in real life. We talk about climate change and how we're gonna get to work on this, but are we really though? Do we even have faith in ourselves to
no.
Yeah, I don't.
exactly
Okay, so anyways, we're
I
getting
don't
too
know.
political. Okay, this is not about politics.
Well, whatever. You knew this was gonna happen.
All right,
we were
come
gonna
on.
get off track.
Come on, no.
Anyway,
But why does
next-
global warming have to be political?
Right? AV,
Okay.
What you got? What you
It
got
was
about
good,
this?
Shawty.
I'm gonna cut this out. I'm gonna cut this out.
No, you're not. You better include this. I want Miss McGoldrick to hear
Yes.
this.
Okay,
Speak into the mic.
Christine, what do you have to say about this? What do you have to say about this, Christine?
Oh, what?
Christine is on our side. She's in Eco Club with me.
Not
Don't play with her.
Period. I'm not even on it, but I support my mother nature.
Period.
No, but I think like going back to
Oh
the
my
part
god.
with like her drowning or whatever and everything, I think it's like more about like prejudice or whatever. Like at the end of the day, I think everyone is like
Speaking
a
to the
little
mic.
prejudiced. So I don't know. I feel like it's hard to like avoid that because like at first when you like meet someone like that, I guess like you still have like those preconceived notions.
Yeah.
But it's like more about like learning and like just like thinking about like, oh, they're more than like just what they look like and everything.
Yes.
You have to be open, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what the characters in Frankenstein failed to be.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, I'm not even gonna blame the time they were in, because I mean, I understand that back then they were like way more close-minded, but still, like, you couldn't open your mind a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
No. Weren't they like
Okay.
British back then?
I mean, they were. Come on, pull up your British.
I'm not gonna pull up the
accent.
British accent. No.
Why?
Anyways.
Okay. Y'all ready to the next point? Okay, who
Okay.
wants to read it?
Oh, me, I volunteer. Yup.
Okay,
This is on me,
okay,
this is
speaking
on
to the
me.
mic. Speaking to the mic.
At the end, when Victor finally died, he decided that he should also. Wait, excuse me?
Like the mom.
Who wrote this?
Yeah.
At the end, when Victor finally died, the monster decided that he should also die, since he had a sense of realization and empathy.
Well, was it confirmed that he died?
Yes.
Well, I think it was like just
Well,
like
I mean, if you
Thought or
go
ended.
into the ocean and they never said anything about you learning how to swim, then I guess it's kind of obvious.
that's true. What
And
if
he was
never
like
died?
stitched together, I guess.
Yeah, he's already dead.
All that water went into his organs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and
so
if it's cold, wouldn't it freeze like the whole?
Body.
Body.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, like
Body
slow
parts?
down. Yup.
okay, so why do y'all? Okay, obviously because he had a sense of realization and empathy. Why do you think that Victor's death cost this? Like, why do you think it cost him to realize stuff and have empathy?
I think like he just didn't have like a reason to fight anymore or like hate humanity because like the main person that he hated like finally died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This kind of reminded me. I don't know if y'all watched Naruto, but
Yes.
No.
basically the whole show is about like how Naruto wants to be Sasuke's friend, but Sasuke's like, no, I'm different. Like,
I'm
this-
stronger.
you're-
I'm
I'm
smarter.
stronger. So basically, the whole two shows that they're in, because the third show is like more about their kids and stuff. The two shows they're in, they're like basically Naruto's chasing Sasuke, and then Sasuke, and every single time they like go against each other, they're like, leave me alone. And then Naruto's like, but you're my friend. But anyway, in Naruto Shippuden, they go against each other, and they're finally like, why are you chasing me? And he's like, cause I'm your friend, and stuff like that. That's kind of what it reminded me about right now. Obviously, in Frankenstein, they never had like a real fight against each other. But I feel like if it was, I feel like it would have been something like that. But obviously, more with hatred and less frenzy and lovers type of thing. Yeah.
Enemy to
Let me look
lovers,
up-
huh?
I mean, people ship Naruto and Sasuke.
Okay, well,
I'm more of
this
a
isn't about
Sasuke
them, okay?
person, but,
I
like,
know.
But like, I've never seen Naruto because honestly, that show and Dragon Ball Z. I'm sorry, but like, it's boring. I never saw.
You're
the
boring,
appeal.
AB.
Okay.
Do you even watch anime?
I'm pretty sure the episode for Miss Padilla and Miss McGoldrick, I'm pretty sure the episode is season 5. Oh wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure it's season 5, episode 4. Not sure though. But yeah. Anyway, our final point, which should have been our third one or fourth, no, third or second, is Victor grave robbed and took a bunch of bodies, which that just proves that like that's like a monster type of behavior. Cause now, if you want to create something, why can't you just like, I don't know, create your own body parts? Come on now.
Okay, but can we though? Like,
I mean,
now you can.
back then no, but now yeah.
so
They
like,
making
Well, back then
They-
they could. I mean,
because
if
like
they really
you gotta
wanted
need like
to.
the bone.
literally meet up with a witch. Come on now.
Okay.
But also,
Like
I
you
feel
need
like
you
back
need
then
you
they
need
didn't.
you need all the neurons, you need all the cells, you need all the nerves, you need all the layers of
Okay,
tissue, you need
would
the
it be
fat, you
would
need
it be
the.
controversial if he used an animal instead?
That's a good question.
Like, let's
They
say
were
he like
British.
grabbed.
I don't think they
Well,
have a
that's
limit.
Like,
well, like let's say he made a human out of animal parts. Would that be just as controversial as grave robbed bodies?
Okay, now that's.
I mean,
Would it be just as controversial though? Like,
I don't think just as. I think it, like, people would look at it like as it being more okay.
yeah,
Which is
Yeah,
why.
that's what I'm trying
It
to
w-
say.
like
it would be more accepted.
Do you guys see it more okay?
But also, I feel like nobody also really cared back then because in science there wasn't really any boundaries, especially with like
I mean,
morality.
science back then was controversial, to be honest.
Mm.
I
I'm
think
sorry,
so.
yo, but right now I'm just praying that all the recording saves, please.
Right, me too.
I feel like nobody really
And,
cared about morals back then, though. Everyone just wanted to hop on like the
Yeah,
science.
It was
just
all
wanted
about
to discover
killing
something.
and.
This was back then in the 18th century.
Mhm.
So like,
Yeah, 'cause, like I feel like at that point they were still like discovering everything and like trying
Yeah,
to
new
like
discovery.
find out things. Even like with the guy who was like on the ship, he was like trying to find out stuff. So I feel like they
Yeah.
were more accepting at that time.
it was the age of enlightenment. So
Oh, that's
obviously,
true.
like, they were more like they were more excited about finding
Yeah.
about this stuff.
Yeah.
But do y'all think that, like, let's say Victor did use animal body parts to make a human,
Mhm.
which is crazy
Well-
because, like, hold on, Nikki. Like, think about it. You would have cow legs.
Oh.
Like, do you think people would be more scared back then if they saw
Yeah.
a human with
Yeah.
cow
Yes.
legs save them from drowning?
Yeah.
Okay,
If they
but
were,
like, what if they did that before, and that's like what we take as skinwalkers now, because they would describe them as having like hind legs and all that. They're like, oh
Yeah,
my
I
god,
feel like it would
look.
just become like a folktale kind of thing.
I feel
Right.
like if that were to happen, the religious people would be like, God is coming.
They'd be like, the devil sent it.
Guys, it's the rapture. The
literally,
rapture's
the
happening,
rapture.
guys.
They'd be like, I saw God in the sky. Like, come on now.
Look at this cloud is perfectly shaped like Jesus holding an angel.
Yep, that's
Okay,
Pointing.
so to end with the Frankenstein
Wait,
section
one
of-
more thing. One
Oh,
more
we're
thing.
still not ending? Okay, my bad.
Just with that point, that if they did make something like that, like animal creature, you know who would be so thrilled to have that like in containment?
What's up?
Grunkle Stan from Gravity Falls in
Oh
his,
my gosh.
in his
God.
damn shack.
Wait.
So, anyways,
Miss
that
McGoldrick and
concludes
Miss
it all.
Padilla, you better watch
Yes.
him. But yeah. Okay, that ends our Frankenstein
Mm-hmm.
section.
Now we're moving on to the movie where they exposed us to Andrew Garfield having.
Alright,
Some-
so
Being
Never
bald.
Let Me Go.
Okay, not being bald. I was gonna say about him having sex, but yeah, that works too.
Oh, I was honestly, I'm gonna be
Bald?
straight up with y'all. I was more shocked when he was bald than when he had sex.
I
I'm
don't
gonna be
even
straight up with
remember
y'all.
that he was bald.
That
Oh my
thing
God.
scared me.
You don't remember
I
him
was
being
like,
bald?
oh my gosh.
No,
he's
I
bald.
just imagined him with hair.
Our first point is they looked at the art of all the children to even determine if they were considered human beings. So,
Wait, was
So
that
we wanna
actually
go
how
in?
it worked? Was it like to see if they even like?
I'm pretty sure they said that. Like,
Okay.
the
well,
lady-
they said they collected the art. They collected
It's
they
because so
had
like
a lot of art
Yeah.
when they went to go ask if they could be excused or whatever.
no, I forgot the characters' names, but I know that Andrew, when he was like young, he was like no, he theorized. He was like, oh, they get our pictures so like they can matchmake us, like oh, who belongs with who. and,
yeah, so
to
like
see
if
our-
they were like in
have their
love, they could
souls.
get more time.
So I just looked up art and Never Let Me Go, and apparently art is viewed as the extension of one's soul.
Oh yeah.
So I guess the point of them doing art is for them to be like to see if they
one.
have a soul. I guess you could say.
Yeah, I think that's what the lady
Right?
said. Like the one who was like looking at all the art. I just forgot her name.
Isn't she like the boss of it?
Yeah, I just I don't
Yeah.
know what it was. But like either way,
But
like
she
when they
really
were
dropped it. I
talking
was like,
to her-
yeah.
hello.
She dropped
But
it all
it's
on
like
him.
in a way they didn't care, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they
Well, I
they
mean,
went to
too-
go try to get like what?
What?
Huh?
So I'm gonna put this link on the very top of the website. I mean, of our script. And apparently, like it says that it says on the very first sentence, it says
So
being creative
creative
equals
like
being
that.
human.
That's insane.
So when I guess that's the way that they. Oh, you know how they said that there's ways that they could excuse them, and it's by showing proof.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
I think
Yeah.
I get and they said that Andrew's like paintings are like really good, and like obviously he was creative, so I guess that kind of goes with that, you know?
I guess so, but like, didn't he show his art like way at the end? So like, they didn't really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he
was
did.
like, okay, so we
When
wanna,
it was too late.
Yeah. Like either way,
Yeah.
they never excused anyone. I don't think so.
I think it
Yeah.
was just a trick. Like it was just a rumor. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was just a rumor made up. But I feel like in a way, it was true. But they didn't wanna like excuse them because like that's. Let's say I guess they earn money from this because there's no way they're just, selling clones or whatever. Like it's just lost income. You know.
Yeah.
Like if you excuse them, then there's no income coming from you selling their body parts or organs or whatever.
I feel like they used like their
Yes.
art or like having the art as a way to like justify what they were doing, as if like they were trying to see if they had a soul, but like they didn't really like.
So like these doctor people, so they like do they view the children as monsters since they're like quote not human beings, they're just clones?
I feel like they're just doing their job, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like who owns the job? Like we're never like told like oh who actually like started this
I
and like
well
so like
then,
who is
even
like
though
the
we
quote
don't know,
real
I feel like the
monster?
people just generally behind, like the top people behind this are the monsters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the people
so,
that
like,
work there are
people who,
just
like
trying to
signed
get the
off on
bag.
it and everything.
and I think
You
like the whole world just letting it happen too. They're just like oh yeah go ahead make we don't give a damn about them
Yeah.
just make them.
That's messed up.
Would we also?
I feel like sorry, Christine, for
fine.
cutting you, but I think like the doctors are just in on the business
Yeah.
too. Like there's no way they know about this and they're not like if you were a doctor, you wouldn't be okay with it. Like you would obviously report
Yeah.
this. So I just think they're in on the business.
That's true.
But
But,
also,
like,
I
would
feel
we
like.
also? Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you can go.
I just feel.
Christine, we cut you with
I'm sorry. I feel like, basically it's a company. The company, I feel like they're not as open to everyone in society to what they're doing, and that's why nobody really cares as much because they don't really know what's going on like behind the scenes, I guess. Hello?
Yes, slay. Christine, what were you gonna say? Since we keep cutting
Yeah,
you.
I'm so
Nothing.
sorry.
I was just like, gonna say like, what would we categorize like that one girl who like took away Andrew Garfield, or I don't know his name.
Ruth?
Kathy's friend. Yeah, Ruth.
How would we
Yeah.
categorize her? Like, is she a monster or like what is she?
More like a side bitch, honestly.
Oh my god. Well, okay, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I think she was because she literally like when she what was it when she was like on her like close to dying, she literally told Kathy like, "Oh yeah, I knew you liked him. I just wanted to be in the middle."
Oh, wait.
Like,
Yeah, she
girl,
knew what she was
I
doing.
got it mixed up. She's not a victim, y'all. I lied.
Oh, you said that? I didn't
She's
hear
not
you.
a victim.
It was Kathy. My girl Kathy needs justice.
Yes.
But basically, I lost my train of thought. Hold up. But yeah, she was like teasing Kathy at all because like I remember she went into her and was like, "Yeah, I know why you had those magazines because you want to know if you look pretty and all that." Like, no,
Yeah,
no,
like,
it
girl,
wasn't. It
come
wasn't that. It
on.
was more like to see if you were the clone of like a prostitute or something. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
she
she
wanted
was
it
like-
for.
I think what's most disrespectful is that she knew that Kathy like what's his name? What's
It's
his
like
like
Tommy.
real Tommy. She knew that Kathy liked Tommy, and this girl had the door open
Yeah.
when they were
Yeah.
busting it down in the bed. Like, be for real, cause I would have been so butthurt.
I hate men.
Like that's crazy, bro. Like,
Anyway,
just straight up
Are-
like in her face, like door open, just loud, and like damn.
that's crazy.
I remember when we were watching, I was like about to put my head down to sleep, and I just hear like all of that. I'm like, okay.
Next caller. That's what that lady said.
Yeah. And so now we go to okay, we already went over with like the whole like people not letting them love each other or having the second chance to go on.
Oh yeah, we kind of went on to
Yeah.
that point without realizing it.
And then shield them from the truth and didn't give them a choice to be free.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I guess they were like
Well, we didn't really. I mean, what else can we say about our last point?
we could just say that
Shielded
they
from
were
the-
like pigs in the pen. I mean, to be fair, they were quote in a pen.
They really were.
Because like at the start, remember like you can't go out there because the monsters eat you. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Sure.
true. Didn't they like put something in them to like track them?
Oh yeah.
I think they did.
I
Was
think
it?
they did.
I thought. I don't know why, but I thought they give them vitamins.
Oh yeah, they did.
They did.
They
Yeah,
did?
to like I
Yeah.
think so. Wait, hang
It
on.
was
To make
fine.
them
wrong.
to make like to keep their organs healthy, basically, so like
Yeah.
they're good when
Yeah.
like they're donated. Like yeah, we care
That's
about you, but not you. We just care about your organs. We just care for you for the organs.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy that like, well, not this exact thing doesn't. I mean, maybe it does, and we just don't know. But it's crazy that stuff like this kind of does happen in real
Yeah,
real
'cause, like,
life.
Well, yeah, but like
No, go ahead.
yeah. Go ahead, Kristen.
Didn't they like go out into like the real world and like they could have had the chance to like tell someone, but they didn't.
They were. I think they were like, they were. I think without them realizing they were literally trained to be so antisocial.
Oh, that's true.
Because remember in that scene in the restaurant when they asked them like, "Oh, what do you want to order?" They literally ordered the same exact thing that the people that took them there
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
ordered because they don't know how to
Well, like
communicate. They don't know how to
at the
communicate.
very
with
start, they were
outside
trying to
people.
teach them like how to communicate. Like, no, Tommy, you gotta order something different.
They wouldn't even. They wouldn't even have like the courage to like. Let's say they put tomatoes and they don't like tomatoes on the burger. They wouldn't have the courage.
That would
to
be
say,
me. That's me at a
They wouldn't
McDonald's.
Amy, let me talk. They wouldn't have They wouldn't have enough courage to go up and be like, "Oh, I didn't want tomatoes." They would literally eat it because they're literally trained, quote unquote, trained
Yeah.
to be so antisocial and just like be submissive, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
You could say that, but also I feel like
You could just like take it off, like just like ew.
because there's
They
I know some
could've,
people
but-
like that, like IRL. So. But yeah, in their situation, I would say I would label it as being trained because I mean they get no free
They were
support.
trained. In real life, that's different.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
in this movie, they were.
Yes.
they were bread pretty much, not bread
No.
like delicious bread, more like bread like
I literally was like, Panera.
they were bred like from a cow, like they were, yeah, the
Yeah.
clones basically. And now we move on to the glory.
The glory. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so this one
Sounds like a movie
basically-
made from like Michael
Whoa.
Bay. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
This is a K-drama,
Glory's, like,
y'all.
basically, this is like based off a true story, and it's about like these. I think it's a group of people that like bullied this one girl. I think they did it to like multiple people, but like they bullied her so bad that like I don't really know like what else to say about that.
She dropped out of school.
Yeah, it says here she dropped out of
Usually people would transfer by the amount of times, like, there were so many victims, they would just transfer, but then they would still get threatened by the bullies. And a big factor of, like, the bullying going on, especially, like, in Korea in general, there's definitely, like, a social hierarchy there. So it's most definitely, like, the, like, richer kids, I guess. Well, no, it is the richer kids bullying obviously the less privileged. So it's just really bad there. And I feel like it's been going on for so long. It's like a really big issue, so this K-drama was like made to show
to shed light.
yes, that there are like people can be monsters. Like they are monsters. Like one incident of the bullying that occurred a lot, but that like made like top headliners in media was burning kids with like curling irons all over their body, like to 400 degrees, like the max on the curling iron, and still like curling their own hair after getting the skin on the curling iron. It's just really bad.
Yeah.
Did you guys mention that it's based off a true story?
Yeah,
they
so
did.
there's like
Okay.
there's different stories incorporated into this whole drama. So like with the curling iron And like the whole bullying situation, like all those, like they had to tame it down to, because if it was like actually what happened in real life back then it wouldn't be able to make it onto like a TV, like
So
someone's
they had to
TV.
like keep a limit to like the
Yes,
amount of like
Just to
violence
not
and
make it as gory,
yes,
basically.
but
Apparently, oh, sorry for
like,
interrupting, but apparently most of these details, well, most of the details in the show, The Glory, are based on the real life incident that occurred in 2006 at
yeah.
a girls'
Oh yeah, I'm
school
looking at it
in
right now.
Cheongguk. I'm a butcher this. Cheonggoji, Korea.
Tong, hold on.
good job.
I think that's how you say it. I butchered it probably.
Yeah, looking at it like the case right now, and it says that it went on for like 20 days, and like she would wake up in
Yeah.
her sleep, and like she would be screaming and stuff because like of all the abuse.
In real life, did she? Okay, so I remember that you guys mentioned this. In the show, she basically sets out for revenge.
Yes.
But in real life, the girl that experienced it, she didn't.
No,
Yeah, I
she
don't
did
think
not.
so.
The only thing that those girls from Cheongju like experienced was like the bullies experienced, because obviously they came from rich families, and in Korea,
Yeah.
like I said, social hierarchy, the people that have power like control a lot of things in politics, and obviously like the police have a lot to do with that. There's a lot of messed up stuff going on over there that involves
Uh-huh.
police, but most of them just got like a couple days in jail, and then some of them were left off like just with probation. Like they didn't, it really didn't affect them with anything. They were
Yeah, and it says
all that they got left with was like a slap on the wrist, and then it was like go home. That's literally about it.
That's
it
crazy.
said like also. Oh, sorry, go
Because
ahead.
oh, I'm sorry, but it's crazy because like I've also heard that they tell the teachers and the teachers don't
Oh
care.
yeah,
Like
they
they
do
don't
not.
care, especially because the teachers know that those bullies come from privileged
Yeah.
families. Obviously, they're not gonna want to shed light because it will
Rich
become
kids.
controversial. Yup. But Christine, go ahead.
No, I was like gonna say that it also says how most of them didn't get much like crack or what's it called? Like they didn't get much punishment because like they were under 14, so
Yeah.
like they weren't of age to like be
Which
considered
that's
like
crazy.
an
Yeah.
actual like thing. But I guess that kind of like brings
So,
up the point like does like being a monster like being evil in that sense have like an age or is it like something you learn or like what is it that
like gaining well, I'm gonna kind of connect this back to Frankenstein about what we said earlier that like Victor was basically the parent figure. Like I feel like those kids, obviously I feel like when you're a kid or whatever you want to say, a kid, teen, or whoever, I feel like we get our own characteristics by ourselves, but we mostly learn from it from our
Yes.
parents.
Nurture.
So, yeah, so like I feel like I said, I'm gonna kind of connect this to Frankenstein. Like I feel like the creature learned this stuff from Victor because obviously he was neglected and all this and whatever. He was neglected and he basically saw that his dad didn't care, quote unquote Victor. And in this case, I feel like those kids in the show and in real life, like if you're a bully, I feel like you saw that wasn't just you. I feel like it was also your parents
Yeah.
yeah
or someone in your life that you picked that up from.
So
Because
Yeah.
for,
I've seen scenarios where like parents are notified.
But like they don't do
I
anything
think,
about it.
yeah, they don't do anything about it, or they're like, "Why did you get my kid in trouble? Like,
yeah,
that's
through
nothing bad. Like, my bad. Like, what do you want me to do?"
throughout
yeah I
the
think like
show. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no go ahead go ahead
Like throughout the show, the main, she's a villain. She's evil. Yeah. The main villain. She basically, her mom always has her back because obviously her mom has like full power. But it also goes into like the wrongdoings of the villain's own mother. And I do think you're right with like they learn because the mom could do something bad, but obviously she gets away with it. She cleans it up herself. And then when her daughter does something bad, like those rich parents, like care, quote unquote, care for their kids, but not really because they care more about themselves than the kids. And I feel like that also, I guess, affects the kids, and it does. You can see that through their actions, but also that's really evil to like make those actions, like do those actions, and then make it like affect like underprivileged people, which is really bad. But
Yeah.
you're right. We're like the parents somewhat care, but they care more about themselves. But if their kid is like down bad, basically, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they're down bad, like about to go to jail, like
Yeah.
there's a case in them.
I,
Like their parents are gonna
I
come
also-
save their butts. They are.
yeah.
Like,
I also think that especially like in these privileged families, because I know I know some people will find it hard to believe, but literally like that show, it's literally just like it's happening in Korea.
Yeah.
Like this is happening, this is an
Yes.
issue. Literally, as I'm going through like the websites, the director from the show was actually he was accused of bullying, of having a bullying history, and he came out and
Oh.
said like, yeah, I bullied someone,
wow.
and he pledged that he was gonna apologize to the victim. So like, if you're a Korean celebrity, if they find out you're bullying
You're done.
someone, they're gonna come and
Yeah,
get
you're
you.
done.
You're done.
So like just
You're
Koreans,
canceled.
or does that go for any other?
I mean,
actor?
U.S. I mean, in Korea, because bullying is so bad, it's they'll come get you. I've never seen this in the U.S.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, I feel like in a lot of
So-
Asian countries it's pretty bad. Because like even in like the one that I was talking
Hold
about,
on,
like, Girl
yeah.
from Nowhere, like that one's Thai, and like the bullying there is like so bad as well. And then there's also like in Japan, I think, where like it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, who do y'all think the monster is, though? Oh wait, before I go on with that, I was gonna say, I feel like because of those privileged families, they also care about their image.
Yeah.
I don't even think they care about their their kid bullying.
Yeah.
I think they just care that
That's why-
nobody finds out about
That's
this.
why they're always
Like their
will
reputation?
have their
Yeah, because like how I said, like I'm sorry, Jennifer.
No, you're
interrupting
fine.
you. Just like how I said, like if you're a Korean celebrity and they find out that you bullied people in the
You're
past,
done.
like it don't matter if you were in elementary school, if they find out that you bullied someone, they'll come get
Yeah.
you. So they know, those parents know that they have to hide this under the rug.
No, that's like literally what happened in the show though, because like the mom, she had like a crime that happened for her, and like she was like, "No, I'm gonna put myself first," and she like gave up her daughter or whatever.
Yeah,
or, like, she
with
like
the
put her
name
daughter
tag.
like up for it.
Yeah, like they literally care more about their image,
Damn.
whether that's their image or the family image.
Yeah.
And I think,
But they care about the image more than like what
like in
happened.
a sense, they let their
I should
kids
watch
do that
this.
stuff because like they want to cover it up.
Oh, now you want to watch it?
Hey, you children, Christine. Let go, Christine.
Oh,
Come on.
my bad, Christine.
No, I was just like saying how like I think that they enable them to like do those kinds of things, like their kids, because they want to like protect their image. So like as long as they can like cover it up, they like really don't care.
Yeah.
But if it gets to the point where like, oh, like I can't cover this up anymore, they're just like gonna give their kid away.
Yeah.
As long as they have the money to bribe people, they don't care if their kid is being a little rasped all over
Yep.
here. They'll bribe the principal or the teacher with money because they don't want people to find
They
out
have
about this.
connections
No, exactly.
to everyone.
Yeah, so as I was gonna say earlier, who do y'all think the monster is in this situation? The parent or the child?
The parents and the both. Both.
Yeah, both.
Like
I
Park
think it's more the
Young-jin, Hyejong, like Lee Sara, like Chejun, they're all evil. Their parents are evil. It was 4 of them that bullied Dong-eun, which I feel really bad about.
Which
in
is
the-
the main
yes.
character.
So if y'all haven't watched it, y'all should check out The Glory, and y'all should stand like the name characters like in the show. Their names are gonna be Dong-eun and Yojong. There's like a male lead and a female lead. They're the good characters. Like they deserve everything. They literally deserve everything.
Hey, Liz.
Yes.
Kind of breathing into the mic. Not gonna.
I am?
You're giving us an
My
ASMR.
bad.
Hello,
You're like-
My bad.
ASMR, I
I
guess.
had to burp and I put the mic away, but like I didn't know I had it so close. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sick. I'm like I have a sore throat, y'all. I'm not breathing okay. I had a bad week, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
All right, all right.
Christine, do you have anything
Okay.
to
But
add?
also,
Oh,
go
what?
AB.
like, Okay, so basically, I didn't watch this show. Obviously, I didn't have much to say. But also, we all know that this is about our thesis mainly. So we gotta like come back to it. Like
Yes.
we're just saying like, oh yeah, who's the monster? Who's the monster? But like we gotta talk about like the thesis. Like a monster is not determined by a physical entity, but rather an idea that is decided by society. So like, what
By
is that
society.
idea?
Obviously,
What is that idea in the glory?
I feel like their
Honestly-
actions aren't even an idea. It's just like
I don't know
Impulse.
why, but it's really hot in my room.
Maybe it's
Oh my
like
gosh.
the thought that you can do evil stuff and like get away with it
yes.
in that sense.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna go get the fan. I'll be right back. I'm dying.
Okay.
So basically, the acknowledgement that like, oh, I could do whatever I want. Well, I can do what I can, and like just yeah.
Yeah, I think that also kind of ties back like with morality and all that. Because like you can like know everything or like you can have the idea like what's good and bad, but it's like if you act on what's good or if you decide to do like what's bad, then I think that like kind of determines it. That makes sense.
It's a
Okay, I'm back.
And how far are we gonna draw like the whole bullies being monsters line? Like, so basically, let's make a line. Okay, let's draw a boundary. At what point do bullies become monsters? And obviously, you're gonna say like, oh yeah, hair curling irons and all that. But like, what else? What else? Like, at what level?
As soon as it starts.
yeah, verbally, even if it's verbal.
Let me
it's evil.
hold on. If you guys can hear me fanning myself, let me know so I can mute. Y'all hear this?
Yes.
Yup.
We can.
Okay,
we
I'm gonna
should-
mute for a sec, but I'm gonna jump in. Y'all. Hold on.
Okay. So, anyways, now that she's finally gone. Anyways,
I'm still here.
no, get out. Okay.
Oh my god. I think
Okay,
even
I'm fine now.
like verbally bullying someone is just straight up evil. Like flat out, it is
like,
what it is.
It doesn't matter if it's like if you're doing physical harm, even like verbal,
Yeah.
like you saying bad stuff about someone. That's
Yeah.
bad. Because like, how you gonna say someone's like you're not gonna like it's not acceptable both.
Yeah,
you know what
people
I mean?
just need to worry about themselves and stop like bothering.
Bullying is an evil factor, and
Yeah.
I think that fits with the whole. That just fits with the whole like monster.
Yeah, if someone like in any way bullies someone, like doesn't matter if one is worse than the other, like quote unquote worse than the other. I mean, everything's bad.
Yeah, it
You're
still
straight
affects
up a
you.
monster. Like that's just that.
So next topic is gonna be our Greek mythology, and I barely know much about it.
Yeah, me either.
I
So we shall see.
I can step in for
Who are
y'all.
you?
Well, technically, I wrote this, so I should be the one prepared.
Yeah.
But anyway, so to fill y'all in, there are the main gods. Let me actually look up what the name is. 'Cause
So there's
Wait.
Zeus, Hades, Aphrodite.
Well, okay, it's no. The main ones that.
Okay, main
that
ones.
were-
Zeus,
The main one.
Maybe.
Hades.
No.
Go ahead.
The main gods that were like. That basically were like since the beginning of time that I know of. Not that I know of, but like they were in the God versus Titans war. Was Hera, Hades, Poseidon, Hestia, Artemis, Apollo, Hermes, Athena, and Ares. According to AsianLiterature.com, which I think they missed the meter. But anyway, so in Greek mythology, there's different versions of it. You're not just gonna hear one version of it. It's always gonna be different ones, because obviously these are like tales that were passed by mouth, like verbally type of thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, the first point, which is basically what I'm gonna talk about mostly on this topic, is Hades is seen as evil since he is the king of the underworld, but out of the rest of the gods, he is seen as the least evil. So, I love Hades. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I love Hades. I stan him. I'm gonna be straight up. So, everyone thinks that he's like the most evil out of all the gods, which no god in Greek mythology is
A goody
good.
two
I'm a
shoes.
Oh,
they're not good at two shoes. They all have bad qualities.
Uh oh.
But they're
Uh-oh.
there's some worse than others, which ever since like I was little and like I was introduced to Greek mythology, I thought Zeus was like the GOAT. You know what I mean? Like he was like the best one. No, he's not. He is a rapist.
Oh, whoa.
He literally,
Whoa, what?
Yo, I'm dropping a bomb right here. I'm dropping a bomb right here.
Jenny got flabbergasted. She's like, wait.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Interesting question. If you had to rank them, like worst, like obviously they're all bad. Like
Put them on the tier list.
yeah, what's the tier list? AB, get to editing.
Definitely, Zeus is the first one. But before I start ranking them, I'ma say why.
Okay.
So, the main example that sticks out to me is basically there's a myth where after okay, I'm gonna be straight up. Like I said, they're all bad. All of them are not good. They're not goody two shoes. Because as much as I stan Hades, as much as he's my favorite god, he literally stole Persephone. Like he literally stole her from Demeter. Demeter is her mom.
Oh.
So he stole his now wife.
So he kidnapped her.
And he kidnapped her.
God.
But the reason why he kidnapped her was because Zeus was like, oh yeah, you can kidnap her. She cool.
What?
You can kidnap her. Like you want her as a wife? Yeah, you go right on
Oh
ahead.
no.
So, as I was saying, so you know how Zeus was like, yeah, if you want her as a wife, go at it, like go kidnap her, whatever. So obviously that makes Hades look like a bad guy because like obviously he was like, I'm gonna kidnap my wife, and also Zeus is like you see Zeus is a bad guy because like he allowed it.
Yeah, he encouraged it.
So anyway, so the myth goes that after Zeus let them, let him kidnap Persephone and become his wife or whatever, like later on, he literally, like his power is to disguise himself as like creatures. He literally I don't remember if he disguised himself as like an animal or if he disguised himself as Hades, but he literally had a relation, like he literally had sex with his sister.
Oh my God.
What is this?
Yes, and then technically Persephone is his daughter, which
What?
Again, Greek mythology is mixed in with a lot of incest.
Victor.
So he literally like he let his brother steal his now wife, but he was like, oh, by the way, I'ma go.
So come and run.
Yes.
Oh my
Also,
God.
did-
He was
Also, didn't they say that Zeus had it going on with like a goat or a cow?
What?
was it?
I think I heard that before.
He had relationships with mortals, which by the way, I stan his wife. His wife is Hera, which is like she is the goddess of like marriage and stuff, which kind of hypocritical.
Yeah.
Because,
And
like,
yeah, she doesn't
her
get a
own
divorce from that man.
Her own marriage is like falling apart. But literally every single time, she has punished Hades before. I mean, not Hades, Zeus. She has punished Zeus before. My bad. I almost said it again. But every single time she finds out that her husband is doing her dirty, she goes out for the woman. Like,
What?
Wait, what?
yeah, like she finds ways to punish them.
Oh.
Was Greek mythology written by men?
Probably was.
I'm pretty sure it was.
No wonder.
to be honest.
I hate men.
I'll take my leave then. I'll be out here.
Bye.
So,
I hope you have a bad
obviously,
day.
all
Just kidding,
gods
just
have
kidding.
good and bad things about themselves. Because the start of like that era of the gods, which was Hades and all the gods that we know, the start of that era was because of Zeus. Zeus saved his brothers and sisters, which by the way I forgot to say, but Hera is literally his
Oh
sister.
my God.
Whoa.
What is this?
Yes.
Victor.
Victor.
not for
Shout
anyone else.
out to Victor.
So their father Kronos, he ate all of their siblings. So he ate Hera, Demeter, Hestia, Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus was the only one that like I forgot what happened, but he basically ended up like getting all of his brothers and sisters out of their dad's stomach, and he basically saved them.
And didn't they become gods after that and all that?
Yeah, they became gods, and that was the when the whole Titan and Gods
Oh, okay.
War started.
I,
But
I remember seeing that.
to go back to my whole point, is my personal opinion. I think Hades is the least evil one because honestly, he was the most chill one. If you go through all the myths of Greek mythology, he's rarely in
Was he
them.
just like in the background, basically?
Yeah, he was literally just in the back.
So he's like the only one
underworld.
like just doing his job. Is he like
Yeah, he was
morally-
literally just doing his job.
I feel like Victor would have been more involved if he was there.
Mhm.
Like Victor and a couple of gods would have been for lifers.
for lifers.
they would have been
But,
bonding
yeah.
and shit?
According to the collector, he is one of the collector.com. I forgot to say that. He is one of the most peaceful and impartial gods.
So,
Badger!
whoa.
Oh my gosh, you scared me.
Oh my gosh. You could have, like, muted for that.
Best. Right? Why didn't you?
It was slipping, guys.
I was
Come
literally
on.
about to say something.
But
I was gonna say, like,
in my
oh, sorry.
what?
Like,
Oh no, you can carry on.
so, like, was Hades only seen as evil because of, like, what he was in charge of? In that sense?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the way, okay, this is another thing. So when after Zeus rescued his brothers, so Poseidon and Hades, the way that there is the ocean, the underworld, and the sky. The way that they divide who's gonna be the god for who, Zeus cheated because Hades was supposed to be the god of the sky, but since if you're the god of the sky, that means you're the god of like the earth.
Mhm.
Since it's obviously Zeus was like, like I want to be the god of the sky. Like, come on, bro. He cheated or something, or he convinced Hades to switch a route. So Hades basically got the back end of the stick, basically, and he got the underworld when he should have in reality been the king of the sky and king of the gods.
Dang.
So obviously Zeus was just looking out for himself because he does people dirty.
So he's
But
selfish.
He's selfish. He is a none for good. Wanna put his blankety blank blank in places where it don't belong. So
Wasn't Zeus, like, the one that also made, like, Prometheus, like, he, like, tortured him or whatever? Or is that different? Oh,
yeah, he was the one that did all that.
Mm-mm-mm.
So the whole point is that like basically, just assuming that Hades is a bad guy because he's from the underworld, and then saying that Zeus is good because he's like God, he's in the sky. That's all.
so-
Guys.
Basically, like kinda.
Whoa.
What was that?
sorry. Hold up.
You're good.
Oh. So basically, kind of like what our thesis said, like, what was it? Hold on. Like, a monster is not determined by a physical entity, but rather an idea that is decided by society. Literally, people see Hades as a monster because of what he is in charge of, and because of how we depict him as. Because if you look up Hades on Google, you get all these scary images of him. What if he ain't like that?
Yeah.
What if he's not like that? What if he's just a nice man with the suit?
Okay, let's not
So-
go that far. You just at this point you're just simping for
Well,
him.
whatever.
You know what I think he
what
looks like? I think he looks more like a middle-aged man waking up in the morning
Right.
with his nice cup of tea with his newspaper, his raggedy ass
What-
nightgown, and like flip-flops.
That's how I see him, to be honest. But anyway, as to end this Greek mythology topic, I think that the reason why everyone sees him as such a bad guy is because he's in charge of the underworld. Which, I mean, I don't even blame people for thinking he's a bad guy because, I mean, if you're in charge of the underworld, people will think you're evil. But in reality, his job is just to take care of the dead, take care of the dead spirits. So, in conclusion, he is a good guy. He just got done dirty by his brother.
Okay, that sounds like he's necessarily a good guy. He's more like a...
Well, he's not the greatest of the guy, but he's better than others.
So basically he's like Greek Lucifer, obviously.
Yes.
I want Victor to get his lashings. So if Hades and Victor meet each other, I hope Hades gets him from me.
I hope he do. I hope his dog Cerberus gets him.
I forgot about the dog.
the dog with the 3 heads. Yup.
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 He's getting for me.
Yeah.
Yup. Ate them up.
I feel
I just
like-
realized you guys were texting in the chat, and I'm just,
Girl, why
I was
would
so
you say
oblivious
that?
until like,
Avery, cut that out. Anybody talking in the chat? What you talking about? What?
Nothing. No, it's gonna get cut out. Anyways,
Yeah, but
I feel like
chat.
Liz
what?
mainly goes for the Percy Jackson interpretation of Hades.
No, okay, not really. I try not to because not only, well, technically, I've only watched one movie from Percy Jackson. I think it was the first one.
Well, the first one is like the one I remember just seeing
Where
him in.
technically, I try to keep my depiction of Hades as neutral as possible by also reading Greek mythology. But I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I read Lore Olympus, so
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
I try not to. I try not to bring that up here, because obviously that's like a fan story. That's not a real story,
Mhm.
you know. Though there are parts where there are real, like Persephone turning Hades. Oh, I forgot to say this one last thing. But basically, this doesn't make it any better because I mean cheating is bad. But out of all the 3 brothers, he's the one that cheated the least because he only cheated on Persephone
Oh
one
my
time.
gosh.
When Zeus cheated on Hera like a lot of times.
This is bad.
Why was it so normal
Yes.
for them to like
Mm-mm.
do that in like Greek films?
I don't know. They were
Well,
so
actually,
poly.
like back
It's crazy.
then,
Yeah,
it wasn't even like a concept of like being, homosexual. But back then, just men loved to
I
do
wonder.
it.
Huh.
I wonder how these stories got created. You know, because like no way
Men.
they just sat down and were like, yo, he went to this woman and then he went to this woman.
that sounds like
he was a slut. Yup.
Oh,
that definitely
you
sounds
better
like
bleep.
something that like old religious white men would do.
Yeah, I don't know what they
Thank
was
God
up
I'm
there
not
with
white.
the Greeks.
Hey. Another day.
I don't know what was going on with the Greeks. They had a little too much wine over there.
I was going to say something else, but honestly, I forgot.
Oh, y'all.
Oh yeah, every time I think of Hades, you know what I think of?
What?
The Disney one.
Yeah.
Because the
I
blue,
think of it too. To
the
be
blue
honest.
fire hair. Honestly, that was my favorite thing. And I hate Zeus. Zeus looks so stupid. I hate him.
They always depict Hades as blue because in what was it? In Disney, he's depicted as blue, like as a blue character, and then in Lore Olympus, he's also depicted as a blue character.
It's crazy. At least it's better than like the stereotypical red fire and all that.
Zeus is depicted as purple, which honestly I feel offended because purple's my favorite color.
Mine too.
And for it to be associated with a loser of a man, not very nice.
I just hope Kratos gets to them.
Period.
I haven't played the game, so like.
I think like going back to the question like, or like our thesis, whatever, like a monster is determined by society. I think that was like pretty much shown throughout all the sources. Because like along with like Frankenstein, it was more like the prejudice and like, oh my gosh, like I think like just by the looks and like that part, that's what they saw as a monster. And then like in Never Let Me Go, they kind of like justified their acts in order to like make them not look like a monster. I don't know.
No, I.
Yup. Well said.
Yup, ate that up, Christine. Speaking to the
I don't know about
mic.
the last two.
You're eating good tonight.
Because like the
But-
glory
She cooked.
one, I don't know.
Let
I
her
don't know what
cook.
to say with
Let
that.
her cook.
I think there's a lot of things that can determine whether you're a monster or not.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's just like what we said in our thesis. A lot of it has to do with what society wants to consider a monster, and I think every single one of our sources or our topics, I guess you could say, all of our topics have something that society would consider a monster.